Dr. Daniel raised it in his introduction. And we would have, everyone knows what has transpired between the managing director of Observer Radio, Algernon Watts, and the Antigua Labour Party. And I am amazed of the uproar that we're having in this country, that a private media house is saying to someone, we do not want you on a particular program. Not that we're not saying we do not want you on our station, but yet for years, and I can talk it because I lived it. For years, we have the National Broadcasting Service in this country that each of us pay for, that makes it a policy to keep the opposition off the air, and no one is talking about that. And I think the time has come for us to draw attention to it, and for us as an opposition, the official opposition in Antigua and Barbuda, to demand, as taxpayers of this country, equal access to media in Antigua. And I think that is an issue that we have to put on the table and keep on the table, because all of a sudden it becomes an issue because a private media house takes a stand. Your word on that, Giselle?
I think it is beyond ridiculous. I am amazed at this sense of entitlement to, as you said, a private company's access and audience, when nowhere is the opposite true. No opposition party. I remember, Sean, back in 2015, after Brother Harold became the political leader, and Brother Baldwin was the opposition leader, and designated Brother Harold to deliver the New Year's address on behalf of the United Progressive Party. And the appointment was made for him to go and record. And just ahead of him getting there, he gets a call to tell him he will not be allowed. He will not be allowed to deliver
for a government entity. Yes.
And I'm thinking, if you are going to say no to the leader of the party, who was designated by the parliament, the parliamentarian, what does an ordinary average opposition person, what chances he or she stand of getting onto state media? And it's not only that, because as somebody who has had an extensive history now with the courts, with my various cases, I continue to be amazed that nothing that happened in our favor, in my favor, ever got reported. If there was an adverse event,
you'll hear about it.
You'd hear about it.
Yes.
When nurses and staff of the different healthcare institutions stand up and protest and picket and so on, these things hardly ever make it to television, to state media.